Colossians 3:2, Paul calls us to set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on the earth. But what does that mean? First, what does it mean to be earthly minded? When you think about it, we use a number of phrases to talk about people who are earthly minded. We talk about someone who is down to earth or people who are well-grounded. These phrases all have positive meanings. They talk about people who are being practical and realistic. Now, while we don't often use the term heavenly minded, we do talk about people whose heads are in the clouds. We might even say that someone is so heavenly minded they're no earthly good. And by these phrases, we show that we often think of heavenly minded people as being out of touch with day-to-day demands of real life. But when Paul talks about this idea and calls us to set our minds on things that are above, he's not calling us to live with our heads in the clouds. Instead, if you were to read all of Colossians 3, you would discover that Paul is teaching that if a person is heavenly minded, the result is that he is able to have victory over temptation, overcome anxiety, deal with anger and bitterness. It changes their marriage and transforms their relationship with their kids. In other words, Paul teaches that those who are heavenly minded in the right way are the ones who are the most earthly good. Paul's message is not that we should think only about heaven and ignore earthly things, but instead that we should learn to think about everything in life through the prism of a heavenly perspective. Join us this Sunday at Community Church of Portage Lakes to learn more.